Alright, hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. So, I am going to do a kiss pour. And I think I'm going to do all of the colours I've got here. I haven't quite worked out whether it's going to be a masterpiece or not. I just didn't want it to be too plain. So I thought if I do all colours, I'll probably do more of certain, like on this side here, I'll do more of these three, and that will just be a little hint here and there. And on this side, I'll probably do more of these three, and that will be a bit more of a hint. And I'll just add a tad of black and white just to give a bit of contrast. So hopefully it gives me a cooler side and a warmer side. And this purple is just because if I had that over here with this lot, that gives me too many colours here and not enough colours there. So I thought I'll leave it on this side and just add a bit in. So these are all pre-mixed. Pre-mixed marte, 70% floetrol, 30% paint. So I virtually have brilliant red, medium yellow, magenta, light purple, I think it is. Yep, light purple, black and white, viridian, phthalo blue, purple, and turquoise. So that's all the colours I actually have mixed up. So I thought just go for it and do that. But predominantly I would like to have a bluey side and a reddy side with the other colours added in to kind of just give it a bit more interest. So which way should I do this? Trying to figure out which is the best order. So I really want the red to be at the bottom. So we'll start with red. And I may even go, instead of going that, I may go like that, and kind of flick that way. Just because I really wouldn't mind the two middle colours to be the main ones, which that actually means with this one here, I'll probably do the same. That one I will put here, which means that those two will be the main colours and those two will be the main colours with those end ones added in. And I'll just add a bit of black and white as I go. So they're already mixed. I'm just giving it a tiny little spin. And this is a 12 by 16 canvas. And I'm not actually going to do it as a layer. I'm kind of just squirting it in. Not making it too I didn't want to have it too layered. I hope it doesn't over mix and make a little bit too much mess. Sometimes you just gotta go for it and see what turns out. To be quite honest, if it's not exactly how I planned it, then it doesn't matter. You gotta have fun, and to me this is a fun one. This is kind of like do whatever and see what turns out. I would have liked to have had more of a maroony red, so a deeper colour, but I don't have one. So I'm hoping that the red and the magenta mix together to make it slightly a bit more, just slightly different. I'm going to do the cups close to full. Trying to think how full. Probably getting there about now, I reckon. Maybe one more little bit. Okay. Oh, I didn't even add any black or white. maybe I'll just do a little bit higher up so it just falls in. Okay, so those two are like what you'd call like a dirty pour because they've gone right in. Okay, now we've got this side. So I always end with the colour that I would prefer to be in the middle, which would be the blue and the well, really the darker blue is what I wanted. I'm probably going to go slightly easy on the turquoise because it can take over a little bit. And same with the viridian. I'm going to be a little bit cautious with the viridian. Ultimately, the other colours are just there to break the blue up a little bit. So certain colours can kind of dominate a picture, and I find viridian and turquoise can do that. So, and because I'm putting in more turquoise than purple or viridian, I'm best to just go a little bit easier with it. Now we'll do some black. So this could be a complete disaster. Who knows? That's sometimes the fun of it. If it's a disaster, then I just won't do it again. I want a little bit more purple. Then I'm going to do a little bit of black. Then I'm going to do the blue. And that's going to be it for this colour. So, nice and easy. I love having the paints pre-mixed like that. So this is what the two cups look like if you can't see it in the camera easy enough. So I'm just going to get a paper towel and wipe my nozzles and then put my lid on. I always find it best to wipe the nozzles because you don't want bits to dry on there. So I've been really pleased with having these paints in these bottles. It's made life a lot easier when I do certain paintings, but because these ones are mixed with floetrol, I haven't really used them for flip cups or anything yet because I usually use a glue mixture for a flip cup. So now that's done. We've seen the colours. I've told you what they are. They're going back away. So I hope this turns out good. I've been trying to get a nice like fire and icy type of two-sided one. I will put my gloves on because after I've done the kiss pour, I'm going to have to tilt it. And this is a good way. I'll figure out whether there was too much black or too much white or too much of any colour. But yeah, so what we want to do, we want the two paint streams to touch before they hit the canvas. So sometimes you're actually better to kind of squat down and do it at eye level. So touching. try and pull them out evenly to the best of your ability. So that the black in the blue side has become quite strong. Oops. When you get down low to the cup at the bottom of the cups, it's hard to actually keep them kissing. And then when you want it to stop, just push the cups together and move it out the way. Alrighty. Definitely, the black sometimes is frustrating. It can really take over at times. So this is going to flow quite easily because it has floetrol in it. So I'm not going to go over the edges yet. I'm going to move it around a little bit. Even though it's going over the edges by itself. So I'm actually probably going to go over this edge. Over quickly, come on. Don't want to get rid of my center. Now we're coming back down. So this doesn't have any silicon in it or nothing to purposely make cells, but it has floetrol in it, which may mean I may get cells. So now we're going to come down over this bottom corner. Oops. Help that paint over. Whoa, it's slippery. So now I'm just going to stretch it till I can get over that side. Okay. Now, I hope I'm still in camera. I want to try and bring the center of that ring I'm trying to bring that center ring there down a bit more. Looks like I'm going to get some movement, but I don't think that center is actually going to go. I'm stretching it. I might turn it this way a little bit more. So do I want it more green? See, the blending of this side, the colors are more defined. This side here, the colors didn't really show a lot of difference. So I'm thinking I may leave it so it's kind of like this, like 2/3 blue, 1/3 red, only for the simple fact that there's not a lot of different definition in this side when there is on this side. So if I try to tilt it back, I'm going to lose all this nice blending and end up just getting more just red. So just touch up a couple of tiny spots where it missed. So what I try and do is I've got red and blue fingers, so you've got to pick the right color finger. And if you ever don't have the right color finger, don't stress, because it is a cup with mostly red and a cup with mostly blue. You could always get a pop stick and just drag a little bit out to do that one little corner bit. I wouldn't use it on the main canvas, but you can use it for the corner, absolutely. Okay. So, sorry, but to me it looks upside down, and I can't figure out if I like it or not until I actually have it the right way around for me. So to me, that's how it's now upside down for you guys, and it's upright for me. I like that. I don't actually want to mess with it too much more. So, in looking at how it's going, if I was to do this again, I would actually use less, even though, okay, a lot of that black disappeared. So that was really good. We didn't get a lot of the black. I probably would have put a little bit more white in and maybe a little bit less black. And, you know, the darker purple, and I used magenta on this side with darker purple on that side. I think I would have actually put the purple in with the red to make that red a little bit more stronger. So you can actually see the pink through the magenta coming through here, and you can see the light purple through here. And there's a tiny bit of yellow. The yellow's just kind of blended with the red to make lighter colours. But if I had added that darker purple, I reckon that would have brought out a lot more definition in this side. Or if I had have actually used the black while I was pouring it into the cup instead of just at the very end when I forgot to actually put it in. If I had have layered it a bit more, it probably would have given me darker red areas in here. But there definitely is lines. Just this side here has kind of come through a lot better. So that's it. I'm not really going to mess with it too much. Because these paints are made up, they've been made a week and a half ago now. They're not full of air bubbles. So even looking at the canvas, there is an odd little tiny bubble, but I'm not going to worry about it, because if you try and pop air bubbles when you're doing a ring pour, you'll get cells come up. Well, not so much a cell, it's more just an air bubble circle, which will look like a cell, and it distracts from the ring pattern or the pour pattern. But I love this side. That blue's come through nice, well, the turquoise and the blue and the purple. And down here you can see that nice viridian. The viridian's kind of just blended, which is good, because I was a bit cautious about using the viridian, but really nice through here and up along there. Before I bring this down, I'm actually going to do a quick first scrape. Otherwise, it may start to alter my edges, which I don't want it to do. So when you're doing it with floetrol, it is a lot more flowy. The paint moves across the canvas a lot better. But that also means that if you have too many drips, it will pull the paint even more so than if, because it just makes the paint flow better. It also will mean that it will flow over the edges better when you've got drips happening. So always get rid of those. Ta-da! Probably would have wanted maybe a little bit orange, so maybe a bit more yellow in there would have been good, but it's hard to, you don't want too much orange. So I'm going to pause it and bring it down. There we go. I don't know how 18 minutes went past already, but yeah. So this is that nice viridian. So the viridian's actually come through really, really well. This side's got a lot more well-defined ring patterns in the pour. This red side here, the colours have probably blended a little bit more. They may be a little bit too similar, but it still looks really good. You can see the magenta and the other, whoops, it doesn't want to focus. There we go. But then look at how these colours came through. And then there's the centre ring. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with this. This has come out close to what I thought it was going to be. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click all on the bell. Share videos, leave comments, and let me know what you think. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Have a great afternoon or evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.